I'm Joshua.
And I'm Amy.
And together we are Jade and Copper Photography. Professionally for 8 years. As a hobby, much earlier than that.
Yeah, ever since we can remember, it feels like.
We cover the entire state of Colorado, but mostly on the western slope.
Yeah, we're based on the western slope. We live in Montrose, so we're close to all the pretty peaks.
Well, I think it started when we had our first child. We decided to start professionally taking pictures when our daughter was born, and my wife is actually the one that started it.
Yeah, I was a new stay-at-home mom, and I had this nice DSLR camera at home that I didn't know how to use. So I just started looking up how to use manual mode and indoor lighting, and it kind of just took off from there.
I'm a professional mechanic. I love to hike, camp, fish. I love my wife and my children. I'm very ambitious when it comes to work. That sums me up really well, I think.
Yeah. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool. I have 2 kids. We have 2 kids together.
We have 2 kids together.
Our kids are 7 and 9, a boy and a girl. And the name Jade and Copper, I feel like we need to explain that, actually is inspired by our children. Our daughter's name is Jaden, and we have copper hair and green eyes, so.
Well, I think us together as a family, we're very adventurous. The kids love camping. They love fishing. They love rollerblading, going to the park, going to the library, going to the mountains, going to Ouray, going to Ridgeway, going anywhere that's not inside. My favorite place that I've been is a mountaintop called Orphan Butte. It's south of Rico here in Colorado. It's got some of the most pristine landscapes I've ever seen in my life. It's absolute God's country. And at least once a year, I try to go down there for 4 to 5, maybe even 6 days, camp and just soak everything in that God has to offer around us.
My favorite place in Colorado, I think, is Kebler Pass, because it's, well, if I'm understanding right, it's the largest range of aspen trees in the world, I think.
Largest living organism.
Largest living organism. It's just really beautiful any time of year. It's closed in the winter, but it takes you from Paonia to Crested Butte or vice versa, and it's got the prettiest landscape. My favorite is Anthracite Rock. It's really cool. You should check it out.
So we mainly right now specialize in weddings and family portraits. Most of our clients are within the state of Colorado, but we've had others venture out from all over the U.S. They find us and they come and they choose us for their needs, their photography needs. My favorite thing to photograph are groomsmen that are willing. I like getting the groomsmen to do things that would be goofy, maybe awkward, sometimes uncomfortable. My favorite one is when I can get the groomsmen to put their hands out real flamboyant, where the groom is holding his hand out with the ring and all the groomsmen are freaking out over the ring. That is my favorite thing to photograph.
I think my favorite thing to photograph right now is weddings, because I feel like it's where I can be my most creative self.
So we are making this video for a couple of reasons. I wanted to for a long time. And one of them is that I want to broaden our services to the communities, people, businesses, big and small around us. even though everybody, practically everybody nowadays has a cell phone, and cell phones are fantastic. They're great to pull out, take a quick couple of pictures, and then put it away. But what we offer is something with more sentiment and more emotion. 10, 20, 30 years from now, you can have an album where you can open it and show your children and your grandchildren. And through the picture, there's an emotion that's expressed in whatever event's taking place. And that's something you can't replace that feeling, you can't replace that memory. And it's not just that, but it's with the videos as well. And you can remember that day, no matter how old you get, no matter how long you've been gone. It's for your friends, your family members, your children, grandchildren, cousins, uncles, anybody. You can send them a picture or a video and they can relate and or feel the embodiment of that situation.
Yeah. I love what I do because we're providing a service. Sometimes it's like not everybody needs photography. I believe it's a luxury for sure. However, my favorite thing to do is look at photo albums. I could spend days just looking at memories, and reminiscing is just wonderful. And to provide that service or that luxury for people where they can share it with their family for generations is just, I feel like it's monumental what we do.
So about a year ago, we decided that we would kind of come up with this goal. And the goal would be that we would become full-time videographers and photographers. Unfortunately, the downside to that is that people don't get married every day of the year and they don't always choose us. That's part of why we're wanting to broaden our services. I want to do commercial videos. I want to do advertisements. I want to offer things that not a lot of photographers do. Hopefully we get to the point where at first we'll be working 80 hours a week nonstop, but after we get everything set up and put to where we want, we could spend more time together as a family. We could get more engaged with the people in the community around us and put ourselves out there, get a name for ourselves that's established.
I'd like to set some goals to where I would have in the future a client closet where maybe I could even custom make some of the clothes I've always dreamed. I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. I just never followed through going to college for it. But I love to sew and I love to be creative. So having a client closet for families to pick from, and someday even like a studio space where we can actually sit down and have people feel photo albums in their hands or print sales.
Like a storefront?
Yeah, like a storefront. Just have an area to do business.
So I wanted to make this video for about 9 months now, 9 to 10 months. We're deciding to kind of do this to get ourselves out there, to get ourselves known by our immediate public and the immediate people that are around us, and with the anticipation that it spreads like wildfire.
Yeah.
I think part of not the problem, but I think part of the lack of business and clients that we have right now is that we, even though we've been doing this for 8 years, we are still kind of small. And I don't think a lot of companies or individuals know we exist.
Yeah, and that could be because right now, primarily all of our work is from word of mouth. Mm-hmm. And, I'm really not the best at getting on social media. So in the future, we will hire probably a social media manager because it's always evolving and changing. I feel like I can't keep up with it. It's overwhelming. So that's part of, we thought we'd take a different approach to make a video and just introduce ourselves because I feel like a lot of people in Montrose don't know that we do this.
Yeah, and we've been successful. We've had fantastic clients. We've traveled to some very amazing places and we love what we do ambitiously. But I know that there's more that we can do, and that we can provide more, that we can do more, but we can also balance it out to where we still have absolute family time, but we can do it together as a family.
Okay.
Kurt! Oh no, the microphone died.